What's up, guys? It's Kaisan here again, and we are still sitting in the warehouse sewers. As I told you last episode, I'm recording this right after, just so we don't lose any of the progress that we made. I am pretty sure somewhere around here we'll find the way out towards the next area, so we don't have to do this all over again. And here we go. That's the exit to the warehouse district. Surprisingly, we haven't really found any trackers or any warbands in the last episode, because I just saw that there were potentially warbands in the last area. So I guess we just avoided everything. Now, the warehouse district back in the day, and with back in the day I mean before the Awakening, was quite a bit different in a sense that it was super easy to go through. You would not really go through any houses except for the first one, because you had to get out of it. So you always started in a house because you came out of the sewers, right into one of the houses, and then you would go out of the house, and you would just keep towards the, I think it was the southwest or northwest. You would just run towards the west, and you would find the entrance to the next area very easily. And you didn't really have to explore any more houses besides the first one. Now, what they changed now, and I think it's a really good change, they made it so you have to explore houses, because the way to the next area now goes through houses, which I think is way better, because otherwise, before that, this area used to be some sort of a run-through area where you were just trying to get through it as soon as possible or as quickly as possible, and you would basically miss out on half of the area. And they added some mobs in here. Let's see if we encounter them. You don't really see them every time, depending on what route you take. But, okay, for example, now, usually I would not go into a house when it was still the old patch. But now I have the feeling that this might be the right way, because there's probably a second exit on the other side. Yep, as I thought it would be. And I get to the next area on this side. What's this? Undying Worker. Alright, let's just kill everything here. Pick up the rapier. I still think it's a really easy area. These guys don't really do much damage. Any kind of skeleton to me is easy, except for Osakari, which was one of the invasion bosses, but you only see him, I think, in... Is it in one corrupted zone? I don't know. There's like almost no chance anymore to even encounter him. He's a big skeleton that was easily able to one-shot you. So that danger is out of the way. We're going through a house again, just because I like it. Okay, we got the exit down here. Taking this one. Getting rid of these guys. Another rapier. Yeah, and there's no real progression to be made through the way around houses anymore, because they're mostly dead ends now. Let's just level up everything, and then... Okay, we can't kill the other guys until we kill him. Let's do this then. Here we have the way out to another area again. It makes the area longer because you have to go back and forth normally and try to figure out which way is the right one through all of those houses. But it's still more interesting to play than it was beforehand. It was okay. Sometimes you can see if there's danger coming because you get a tiny bit of an interruption. So there's something loading. That's what I got right now. So I was already prepared in a sense. And we get another unique here. Let's have a look. Aurum Vorax. High physical damage for a one-hander. 59 to all resist. Holy cow. Okay, this... I haven't seen this one. That's huge. I mean, we're not going to use it. It's not really doing anything for us. The elemental resistances would be nice, but we can max them without this item. And I rather have a shield on one hand and something with spell damage and +1 to fire on the other. But it's still super interesting to see. We get the leather build as well. And we want all of these rings. Again, for gloves... Well, actually, for gloves it might be interesting if they're... I think this is too low level. If we find gloves at our level, we can probably pick them up and see if we find some lightning resist, because that's the only thing that they have to have on them to be valuable for us at this point. And here we have another house. What a surprise. Okay. This seems to be a dead end though. Let's just kill everyone here. Open the strongbox. Kill everybody who comes out of there. Maybe get some halfway decent drops. Whoops, out of mana. Chromatic, Jeweler, and Blacksmith. Oh, I'll take that any day. Going back to town. We did find some nice items. We have a 3-link here with life and tri-resist. It's definitely not bad. Sadly, the resist values are somewhat on the lower side, I guess. If we had 20 resist on all of them, that would be a great item. For now, I'll still keep my Ashrand on, but we will definitely keep this just in case. We got a gold amulet with double rarity roll and fire resist, which is definitely better than a coral amulet, so I could use this right now. I don't really need the fire resist though, so my idea right now is I just found this citron amulet with strength and dexterity, which is actually exactly the stats that I need. So I will use a transmute on it and see what I get. Okay, this is terrible. You know what? I will actually use an alteration here. And another one. Spell damage and... oh man, this is perfect. Okay, this was definitely worth it. 4% increased spell damage. I don't know how much damage this is. Let's see. 243 to 250. Well, it's not too much. But we get lightning resist as well. So we're pretty much perfect on resist now. We can just destroy this. And go back into the warehouse district. Pick up all the currency that we left here to get enough space for all the rest. Okay. And hopefully find the way out of this zone. And here we go. Now we can go to the marketplace. The marketplace was pretty much unchanged as a zone. There's nothing really new here. Same unique mob, same layout. So if you watched the tutorial, you already know what's coming. We will keep toward one side. There are statues here, and watch out for the... What are the Undying Outcast? Oh, did they change them? Give me 1 second. I just want to get one more of those guys. Because, yeah, they used to... Here. The Undying Outcast used to puncture you. So apparently, they did change that. With the puncture, it was obviously more dangerous. If you were surrounded by a group of them, and one of them punctured you, and your health was going lower and lower, and then you panicked and tried to run away, that was your death sentence. So in here, we have two things, or three things to do, I guess. We have to find the waypoint. We have to get into the market sewers. That's the first thing that we do. And also we want to find a quest item that we can hand in to somebody else later on. You don't have to get the quest item right now, but it obviously makes it easier because you're running through there anyway. Let's pick up the iron ring. So here, this is the third sewer part that we're going through, and we're still looking for one of the busts, the last one that we have to find. And once we got this last one, okay, let's just avoid this. Once we get the last one, we get our skill point. This is currency. And we already found it here. Okay. Beautiful. Speeded up mob over here. No problem for us. And actually, I was about to exit, but that would have been a pretty big mistake, because then I would have to run all the way to the marketplace again. So good that I didn't do that. We have to find the waypoint first before we can do any such thing. So sometimes my genius strategy to save portal scrolls by just logging out backfires horribly, and then it takes me 15 minutes longer or so to get to that point again where I was before. Somewhere around here we have the zone boss, which is a statue. Oh, scouring, nice. Again, a good drop. These archers with the fire shots actually hurt quite a bit. That's the boss right here. So, you know, one thing that we could use, and we should use, because we have it now. Let me just put this. We should use flammability, because that will make him drop way faster. Bye-bye. So especially against rare mobs, you want to use your curse. I didn't really think of it in the last episode, but we want to use the curse to lower their fire resist for an additional, it's probably around 40 or 30, somewhere in there. Let's see. Okay, 26 so far. And they have a higher chance to be ignited. Even 26 is pretty significant. And here we found the waypoint. Beautiful. Okay, I'll go back to town. I'll sell what I have in my stash. And then I will have a look around for the quest item, because it's sometimes a bit tricky to spot. And I'll be back with you guys once I found it. just to quickly add it, back in town, you will get the Book of Skill from, what's his name, Hargan, because you gave him the 3 busts. So with that skill point, we will go into life right here. Alright. Haven't found it yet, but I found something else. Ricci. And that's the first mission that we have with Ricci. And he is an assassin, so basically he wants us every time to assassinate a target. And you can see that on the right hand side, assassinate the target within the time limit. And the target is always a rogue exile. And you can see with his weapon he's pointing in a certain direction, and that's where you will find the rogue exile. So let's just go up here. We can already see him. It's on the map. You can see the red point or the red target. That's where we want to go. And now we have 1 minute to kill the exile, which is super easy. We have so much damage. The kill missions are obviously the easiest. Then you have some missions that tell you to keep a guard alive, because the guys that I killed with the rogue exile right now are the guards. And if you have to keep a guard alive, it's a bit trickier. You know, it's just about taking a second more to get one of them away from the pack, so you can assassinate the rogue exile afterwards. We almost made it to level 2. I'm still hoping to get one of my masters to level 2, because we only have Haku in our hideout right now. And I want to have somebody else in there for the daily missions. I could get Elrion in, but he is too high level, so it wouldn't really do us much good. 12% elemental hit. That's actually really nice. Again, we're not using it ourselves, but this could be a bit of currency that we get from it. Okay, I'll keep on searching. Again, still not there, but we found slight upgrades to the gear that we have right now. This is a life ring, a coral ring with cold resist and energy shield on it. And I will exchange it for the sapphire ring that we're using right now. The percent increase to fire damage is not really doing much. We will lose 4% cold resist, but we will gain quite a bit of life and energy shield. So I think it's worth it. And also, again, a really slight upgrade. Here we have slightly higher evasion rating. We lose some armor, but armor and evasion are they're roughly the same in terms of value. I guess armor for us would be a bit more valuable right now because we have such high evasion. I talked about the two things a bit in the tutorial. The more you have of one, the higher the value gets for the other. But still, we get the increased cold resist on here. That's the important part. And we're still overcapped on fire, so we don't really care losing the 12 fire. So if I put this on, you can see we're capped on 2 resists now, and lightning, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, 4 away from cap. That's definitely not too bad. Definitely not too bad. Okay. So I'm just gonna drop the rest in here. And we will be going back. And yeah, I'll keep searching again. Finally, we made our way. You will see an ornate chest, and if you click on it, you get the Decanter Spiritus. And that's the quest item I was talking about. We actually ran around it, and it took me a while to find it. While looking for it, I did level. So we can put that point in Constitution, get some more life. We're already almost up to 1,000 life, which is great. We're in really good shape at this point. And where am I going? Is it up there? Yes, okay. I was going in the wrong direction. I obviously did find the entrance to the next area already. because I basically explored the entire area until I found what I was looking for. So the battlefront is the next area. Pretty long load screen again. And I think for the rest of this episode, what we will do is we will get the waypoints both in here, which is actually easy to do if you can get around this. Oh man, dead end right here. We have to go through here. Oh, all right. That's the first Divination card that we find. They were added to the game with this new patch, with the Awakening. Incinerate brings us from 272 to 340. That's really nice. So they were added as an additional gameplay element. I don't really know them too well yet because they are so new. But what basically happens with the cards is you can see 1 out of 4, it says life armor. So that means I have to collect 4 of them and then I get something that has to do with life armor. I think in this case it means I get... I probably have to trade all the cards with an armor piece, and then depending on the level of the armor, I get a magic armor piece with a life rollback. That's at least what I guess will happen. But that is really just guessing on my part so far, because I haven't really tried anything out with the cards. There are really cool ones in there as well. I found one on Hardcore which said, what's it called? You can get uniques with the cards as well. I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, Tabula Rasa. Yeah. I think you have to collect 9 of those, and then you can sell it for Tabula Rasa, which is a really good item. It's a white 6 link. It's a really good item for leveling. If you want to level a new character, then most people do that with a Tabula Rasa. And these Divination cards basically make it so you don't really have to just be lucky with the drops. You can also farm certain areas and make sure that at some point you will have the item. Because these cards, certain cards will drop in certain areas. So that, as I said, allows you to farm an area where you know that the card that you're looking for drops. And then after a while you can just get the item without having to rely on luck. Alright, we found the waypoint, and we will be going down here. Let me identify this. Okay, that's not too bad. Summon skeletons is not really doing anything. I'm just going to clear everything around here first, which means down here as well. And here we get the unique boss of the area. He's right there. But he should be a piece of cake. Yep. And then we will take the ribbon spool out of here. So that's all we have to do in this area, basically. And now I'll open this one. We can make it easier with putting up a diversion. And now while all of them focus the diversion, we can just easily kill them. And apparently we get some quality on all of the items. So I'll be taking some of them back to town. We are at 25 minutes, guys, so I decided to end the episode right here. We made our way through the warehouse sewers in this episode, went through the warehouse district, into the marketplace, got everything we needed there, also the last bust in the sewers right there. And now we went into the battlefront. Next time we will go over into the next area, which is the docks, and then try to, with all of the things that we get there and we've already gotten in the battlefronts, we'll try to open the blockage in the warehouse district. So stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to support me personally. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys for the next one.